morning, everybody, and welcome to Takeaway Tuesday with Northern Stamper. My name is Tina Kavergich, and I am Northern Stamper. I'm a Canadian independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so if you ever need to reach me, just drop me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. I thought today we would start a little differently, so not to give you a big ride on the camera. So as I said, I'm Northern Stamper, and I'm glad you're able to join me. And today we are going to be making some cards with the fabulous bundle called Joyful Flurries. And if you love snowflakes, comment below. Just let me know, do you like snowflakes or Santas? Everybody has something different that they like, but I love snowflakes. So we're going to be using some of the dies and the stamps that come with this set. And it can be found in the mini catalog on page 19. And what's really great about this is some of these dies, they cut them out, these little snowflakes, but not quite all the way out. What they do is you can cut some of them and you lift them up, and I'm going to be showing you that next week. They're really fantastic. So comment below, are you a snowflake fan, or are you a Santa fan, or is there something in particular that you like? Comment below. I'd love to find out. So this bundle, which means it's the stamp set and the dies, comes to $69.25. It is actually a great deal because it is when you buy a bundle you get 10% off. All right, so if you would like a catalog, you can let me know. You can comment below or send me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com, and I will send one out to you. So I also had to show you what I received. I received Happy Mail this week. Fantastic. Look at these two great cards. This was one of the bundles that we did in September. Lovely, lovely card. And this is from Lori. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And then I received this great card from Joan. And I love the 3 layers here. Fantastic. And the color coordination, stunning. Fantastic. So anyways, I've got 2 little things to mention to you. The clearance rack has just been updated, and if you look above, you'll see a link to my online store. There are 2 pages of updated clearance items. You don't want to miss that. You don't forget, you can also get the starter kit with me and join my team. You can choose $206 worth of goodies, and actually that includes items from the clearance rack, or even items from the Hello, we're back, part 2. Sorry about that. I had to kick one of the kids off of their internet. They were playing an online game, so I don't know about you, but sometimes that just hogs up all of the bandwidth. So I'll just let everybody find us again. So as I was saying, you can always add to the starter kit. Choose $206 worth of goodies, and you only have to pay $135 with no shipping and taxes. So add items from the clearance rack, grab some bundles. There's some other ways to get some more deals on that. And contact me at northernstamper@gmail.com, and I can let you know. So let me know. Give me a thumbs up if we are ready to go. And you're going to love today's card. It is a beautiful, beautiful color. And I just like to make sure everybody is checked online. So what you're going to need from the package is this beautiful Real Red cardstock. Okay. And inside there is some basic white pieces and this beautiful, it is like a bronze foil. You'll love that. Fantastic. So those are the items that you're going to need. And you're going to need a couple of stamp pads. Now really you can use any color that you like with the stamp pad if you would prefer. So it's like I said, I got real red. Now you can match it with any other color. If you don't like the color that I choose, go right ahead and choose your own color. But I am pairing it with a crumb cake. I love crumb cake, is one of my favorite types of browns. Tough toss up between early espresso and crumb cake. Are we embossing? Carol is asking. You know what? You could, if you like, if you want to emboss the foil, you can go right ahead and do that. I'm not going to emboss, but it is a great idea. Foil embosses really lovely. So if you want to do that, take a minute and emboss the foil if you like. It's actually a really good idea. Because it's going to show actually a little bit around the edge. That would actually just add a little bit more of a punch to it if you did that. So that give you a few minutes to do that. So as I was saying, real red and crumb cake. Okay, so these are the items that we're going to use. You will need your Stampin' Boss machine because we will be cutting out some of these snowflakes here that after we do some stamping. So you want that a little closer. All right, so give me a thumbs up when you're ready to go, and we will start off doing some stamping in the real red. Oh, sorry, not real red, in a crumb cake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the large snowflake here. You can use whichever one you want, but for the background, we're going to be using the large snowflake. Okay, so let's get that started. Oops, this one wanted to go with it. I wanted to go with its little buddy. Okay, so there we go. We're going to have that. I'm going to place it on the block. As I mentioned, I always mention, I like these blocks. Try and place it on a block that is to the correct size you want. Don't want it too big, and definitely you don't want it too small. Now I can see there's a little bit of glitter in there, so what I'm going to do is actually just clean it off. Okay, so just to make sure, I'm going to get my Stampin' Mist and my scrubber, and I'm going to get in between and clean it off, just to make sure that it doesn't, when I stamp, get in between. Okay, so I wanted to thank all of my team members that joined me on Thursday for the team dinner. We had a lovely time at German Club for dinner. I took everybody out and it was a fantastic time. We did some stamping, we did lots of chatting. It was fantastic. So thank you to those team members that joined me. It was a lot of fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for the piece of basic white that is just fits on to the gold or the foil that we have. So you want to have a little edge around. Oh, good morning, Lori. I'm glad you could join us. And Gail and Carol are all here. So you're looking for the piece of basic white that fits onto that foil piece. Now you'll notice that as we place them together, yes, they will layer together there, looking fantastic. And I think the red and the gold look absolutely stunning. I think that's going to be a great color combination. So what we want is, like I said, look for the piece of basic white that is matching that. If you don't have it, it is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. So that's that size. 4 3/4 by, just double check, 3 1/2. Whoops. There we go. Getting a little squishy there. So that's the size that we want for that. And I'm going to get started with the stamping. So I'm going to take my crumb cake, and I'm going to ink it up, pat and turn. That's one of the tricks, pat and turn. So I got my ink on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with one of the first ones, and I want it right kind of, I want it prominent. So I'm going to place it right in the middle and stamping straight up and down. That is the trick, okay? Straight up and down. And I'm going to be doing 3 of these snowflakes, and I'm going to kind of cluster them roughly in about the left and top left area. Okay, so this is coming off a little bit. And I don't want too many because I have other snowflakes that I'm going to be placing on there. So I have that. Now that is it for the crumb cake. What I need to do now, I'm going to put this off to the side there, and I'm going to grab my scrap of paper. So there should be a little scrap of paper in there, and I'm going to get from the Joyful Flurry, I am going to actually choose one of each. So we're going to make a little snowflake for one of each of those little snowflakes. So I'm going to get them out, and we'll place them on a block. So I love snowflakes. And then second comes Snowman. Santa Claus is way down on the list for me. I don't know about you, but so I'm going to stamp one of these in that design, and let's get another one, and I'm going to stamp the other one. They look fantastic. Okay. And I'm going to be cutting those both out. Now, before I go any further with the real red, I'm going to take one of the sentiments. Okay, and we're going to stamp in the real red a sentiment on that piece that we were working on with the crumb cake. So I'm going to find the one that I think is going to look nice and it's going to fit on. So that it's going to fit nicely, and I'm going to stamp that in the real red just under. Oh, look, you can kind of not see. I kind of stamped it so it's a little bit too much onto the snowflake. You know what? That's okay. You know why that's okay? Look at that. There's another side. So I'm going to actually start with the sentiment. Do that again, and I'll quickly go on with the crumb cake and fill it in. You know what? Sometimes that happens, and working with stamps, you know what? That's okay. It does happen. I don't get too upset about it. I just kind of flip it over and start again, right? Because honestly, I really love the stamping, so I don't find it a chore. I don't get too hard on myself about it, and because I know the card is going to turn out absolutely lovely. Now what I want to do, I'm going to let that sit up there. I'm going to cut these 2 little guys out, and I got my little Stamp and Boss machine. Oh, this is so tiny. It's so cute, and it's great for travel. So we're going to put that in, and I got my plate. So you'll notice that the plate numbers are numbered. So that's really good because that helps. They have directions on how to stack your plates so that they will work. So let's get our dies out. Boink. And find the matching dies. It's like a little game. Find the matching dies. I'm going to flip that over so it sits nice and flat. Okay. And that's a large. And there's one. There we go. You know what? I just realized as I was dropping them, they all make really pretty noise. So when I'm done with these and I never want to use them again, I guess I can make them as wind chimes. They probably sound pretty cool. Aha! So I have them lined up. Because they fit through the machine, I can put both of them in together and cut them at the same time. So I'm carefully placing the top plate on so not to move them. And I'm going to move it into the cutter and give it a little turn until it catches. And now we're going to cut it through. There we go. Love my little machine. There we go. And out come the dies. Look at that. That looks so fantastic. Just peel them out. There we go. If I want, I guess I could have used the tiny little one too. There's nothing wrong with that. Look at that. Those look lovely. Don't those look great? They turned out really good. Betty says, putting the sentiment on a first is a good idea. Yes, yes, it truly is. Sometimes that is the better way to do it. So I got these two snowflakes, and I'm going to place them on the card here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my stash, and I'm going to see what ribbon that I have. And I'm going to use this. It's kind of like a little sparkly kind of ribbon that they have. And I'm going to just kind of weave it behind. I think it's going to look really nice. You can use whatever you have. They have some other ribbons. So there's this, it's a thicker twine kind of ribbon that you could use. But I'm just going to use this one. And I'm going to get a little piece and turn it over and just kind of tape it on the back. So it kind of is like that. So I'll tape that on the back. All right. And I'm going to do that for both of them. So I don't need too much of this ribbon. Put it back in my stash. And I'm going to fold it and put it on the edge. So it's hanging off the little snowflake. Okay, there we go. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to place it kind of maybe around like that, so they stand out a little bit. And don't forget using your dimensionals, which I seem to have lost. I'm going to place them on the back. There we go. I'm using the tiny little one, so I'm going to use a couple of extra little dimensionals. So these are the really small ones. I just wanted to use up that paper of it. And I'm going to place that in there. And I want the ribbon to kind of go on to kind of in between those little snowflakes. Now, this is a really simple card. I love simple cards. Don't get me wrong, I do make some fancy folds, and I did last night. I had a team fancy fold class that I did for free with some of my team members, and I had so much fun I ended up making more of the fancy fold cards than I normally do. So I do that for the team members that joined us. So, okay, now we've got this all placed together, kind of in between the snowflakes. The red really makes it pop. Now, if you had a chance to emboss the gold, I'd like to know. Comment below if you've embossed the foil. I'd like to know how that turned out. And I think it would look really cool. But we're just going to put some adhesive on the back here and place it on the foil. Okay, on the back. And again, let's add some dimensionals. And again, they ran away. So let's open a new pack. And get some on for the card. As I said, I love making simple cards, but I also do fancy folds, and I do have some of those fancy fold nights if you'd like to join me. I have lots of activities and events posted. You just need to go to my events page and just sign up so that you don't miss out on anything. So I'm going to flip this over and place some dimensionals on the back. So, as I mentioned, lots and lots of activities coming up. I got bingo coming up in November. I have the Takeaway Tuesdays for November coming up. There we go. I'm going to place that on the front. And voila. What a simple little card. Now, just add a little bit of sparkle. Or, if you want, you can add some little gems. It is totally up to you. What have we got in here? Just going to look in my little package. Oh my goodness, those ones with the little pearls would look fantastic. Oh my goodness. I always keep a little bit of embellishments around. Oh my goodness. Yes, definitely. Looks fantastic. I'm just so excited. So should I put them on all of them? Just on some of them? I'll do it on a couple. And in the meantime, I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and just dab in the center of those large ones. Now remember, don't pull too much. Just make sure you dab because the ink is water-based and it will move. There we go. Check out that card. Very simple. One of my favorites, I think, with the Joyful Flurries. Okay, there you go. Let me know, and don't forget to check out my events. Join my team with the starter kit. We have lots and lots and lots of team activities there. We're very busy. We're actually even taking a road trip. Can you believe that? We're going on a road trip. So, thank you very much for joining me. Sorry about the internet, and I will see you next time. See you next Tuesday. Take care.